What's going on, everyone? TallenV back here, and today it is time to prepare and save your stones for the dual Dokkan Fest banner. That is, of course, Goku and Frieza. So we're going to go over a few tips and a few things that have been added to the game that are a little bit different from when we had the 200 million download celebration. And a lot of people at first were just like, wait, wasn't the last big celebration the better one? But then the more you closer you look at this, actually, you're kind of like, oh, actually, it's pretty much about the same, give or take. So we're gonna go over a few things because as of right now, if you have not noticed already, the lovely little ticket banner has now also turned into a stone banner. Do not summon on this. It should be very clear why. Rates are bad. Yes, technically they are normal rates, but trying to go for one particular unit is absolutely atrocious. Do not summon on this banner. Do not. I don't care if you do happen to be one of the very few lucky ones who doesn't listen to me or any other YouTuber that would tell you the same thing, and you pull some LR, you pull a UI Goku, and you're like, yeah, it's like, just don't, especially if you're a free-to-play player. If you pay for your stones and you don't care how much you spend, then I guess that's all up to you. But anyone who claims that they are a free-to-play player, you do not summon on this banner, okay? So, the big one you want to be saving for, of course, is going to be the dual Dokkan Fest in the Goku and the Frieza, okay? If you don't know what banner that is, basically, it was announced in news and everything like that, if the game would actually let me go onto it. It basically is starting Saturday, Japan time, okay? So, it kind of makes sense about when it's going to happen. So, here's the double Dokkan Fest. Now, it says Saturday, okay? And I know over on Global, it's going to say Friday, right? And you're thinking, okay, what time would be a Saturday for Japan and be a Friday for, you know, like the States, for example, okay? Because I'm assuming it's going on Pacific Standard Time, okay? So probably what's going to happen is, because this happened with year 3 anniversary, this happened with year 2 anniversary, and I believe this happened with the 200 million download celebration, where all of a sudden it released at like 5 or 6 a.m. my time here in Japan, and then so that's like, I want to take a wild guess, around 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time the day before. So my guess is that this banner will start, we're going to go into a server maintenance around 4 a.m. Japan time, which is again 11 a.m. give or take Pacific Standard Time. I'm not exactly sure on the time, but you guys get the idea. Adjust your clocks accordingly, essentially. Anyway, so it's going to go into server maintenance, and it's going to slowly start to let people in, right? You've all heard the stories about, you know, someone already pulling on LR, Vegito, and Gogeta, and it's just like, wait, I can't get into the game. It's like, don't worry, you're going to get in there and everything like that. So I had to take a wild guess. I'm going to say around 5 a.m., 6 a.m.-ish, give or take, Japan time for the banner here, okay? For the Goku and the Frieza drop. It's, of course, going to be the 3 multis and then a free multi like that, like it always is. I'm assuming Global potentially gets some tickets maybe, or something like if you pull on the Goku and Frieza banner, you'll get tickets towards the actual ticket banner that's still out right now, because as you guys know, there's no other way to get tickets unless Perungu wishes continue to allow us to get 5 every single time. I don't know if it's worth it at that point at all. So anyway, it's kind of up to you guys on that one. But yeah, so now the big question is, of course, well, I don't have many stones, or maybe I've only got around 50 stones for one multi or something like that. That is okay. For basically the next week, we are getting a total of 140 stones. 20 stones a day, 7 days a week. Do the math right there. It's 140 stones right there. Unless, of course, math has completely changed in the last 5 years since I studied it, but nonetheless. Anyway, how are we going to go about this, though, right? There's always a big question. Well, okay, how do we go about that? So first off, there are 2 things you have to worry about. Or I guess not really worry about. Just make sure you don't miss them. Make sure you do not skip them, and make sure you log in and just do it, okay? So first off, obviously, you're getting 2 login stones every single day for login bonuses, okay? So even if you just simply go from now until the end of the week, so that's gonna be next Wednesday, give or take, is when all this stuff will go away, okay? By the way, real quick side thing real quick is that there is also supposed to be, I believe it's 250, was it 250 hours or something like that for the banners around. It doesn't say so on JP, but on Global they said it would be around for 250 hours. So with that knowledge right there, that's about 10 days, give or take. So if the banner starts on Saturday, it's going to go to the following Saturday, and then a few days later, obviously. So you've got some time to save up some stones, right? You get 2 stones per day during just daily login bonuses, okay? Not to mention if you're doing new events that are around, or maybe an event that you haven't touched before, you're going to get a stone like that. On the weekends, by using over 50 act or stamina, you get an additional stone per day right there. I know on JP at Sunday at 9 p.m. we get an additional stone because it takes the place of Super's time when it used to be on the air and everything like that. And then the next thing is that you want to go to is you go into the story mode, or into the story events, I should say, and you've got this Mainichi. Oops, I can't even do it right now. I just want to click on it, but you got this event because my Nichi, this is basically a once a day thing. So 1 day, Ikai. Okay, so you can use it once. Of course, global. This is all in English for you guys. But you can go ahead and you can just do the event. Okay, so what happens is you go into the event, you literally move 1 space forward, and you fight Roshi. Okay, he's really easy to beat. You can take any team basically and beat him. And then you get 3 roads to pick. You get a road that you can basically go through a bunch of awakening medals, which are all gold, a bunch of Zenny, or a bunch of gold training items to the right there. Okay, and all you do is you only get 2s and 1s. At least I'm pretty sure. You might get a 3 in there. I don't know. But for the most part, you're getting 2s and 1s in terms of your spacing, which is really nice. You get a lot of those items. And then the moment you finish it, you get 10 stones automatically added into your box. Okay, or up here in the top right corner. Okay, so that's 10 stones right there. Again, you can only do it once per day, so 7 days total is going to be 70 stones. Okay, so we're just going to back out of here, and then the next part is that there are going to be some missions. Okay, now these are kind of like daily missions, but they're not really. They're called Tokubetsu Missions or special missions essentially. And so I don't know what the wording they use on global, but for JP here, they have this little kanji right here. Okay, so that is the kanji for saying kind of like a special type of mission. And again, it's going to say that it's going from the 29th, which is today, Japan time, all the way to the 4th. So again, that's a week right there. Okay, so the way you want to go about it though to get all of the stones is that you get 2 per of these special missions essentially. Okay, they'll reset at midnight. So at the time of this recording, it's going to reset in about an hour and a half, give or take. And it's really easy. All you got to do is first one is use 20 act or more. Everyone should be able to do that, no problem, especially if you are farming up the new Piccolo. Then the next one is to take someone into training mode and just simply make them stronger. You don't even have to get them up a level or anything. Take one of the 30% sleeping Kais or something that you've gotten from a lot of daily missions or anything like that from the past couple weeks, or just throw in a random small training item on an LR that doesn't make any sense, and boom, you automatically do it, and you'll get 2 stones right there, okay? Then it's completing 7 stages, 5 stages, and 3 stages, and that will get you 2 stones each. So of course that's 10 in total right there. And so that is a total of 20 stones per day. Okay, now when it comes to the real quickly here, if we go into the back to the what's her name again? I think it's like launch or something like that. If you go back into this event, as in terms of when it resets every single time, it will tell you, oh yeah, by the way, you also get 30 incredible gems but just by beating Master Roshi. So that's pretty cool right there. Anyway, so you go into here and I believe it resets at, what time do you reset? It resets at midnight essentially. So again, hour and a half, stuff's gonna reset. Boom, we're all good to go. Okay, so again though, it only lasts once per day for each of the missions and for this event. You get 20 stones a day, 140 in total in a week. Okay, so 140, not to mention login bonuses every single day, which is 2 stones, not to mention any extra little stages you happen to be doing new or any other missions you might be completing. And if you can save up and still keep it within the boundaries of the 3 multis and then the free multi there in terms of the dual Dokkan Fest, you could, if you might only have to pick 1 banner, or if you've also saved up some other stones, you can get a few multis in there. You really can. I mean, 150 stones guarantees you 4 multis on 1 banner. That's 3 multis and then a free one. Pretty nice right there, I'm not gonna lie. So basically these little special events and these missions, and the stage right there is guaranteeing us basically is guaranteed as 4 multis on a banner, like I said before, okay? Now, if y'all remember the pool from last year, essentially, it was the same type of thing where we had the 20 stones per day. We didn't have this particular event mission right here. It was like 20 stones per day. Again, it was like using up to 100 in total of 120 act, beating a certain number of stages, and you got 20 stones, okay? And if I remember correctly, it may have lasted an extra day on the second time it came around, but nonetheless, it lasted about a week, and then they're like, hey guys, by the way, the pool's empty, you can't farm stones anymore, okay? So we were all sad, we all cried a little bit, but that's how it worked, okay? So I would not be surprised if halfway through the celebration, maybe when part 2 starts around the mid of September, this comes back along with the special missions. I would not be surprised if it does. Maybe, especially if we get into high rankings on the stores and everything like that, they'll probably be like, okay guys, here you go, here's some more stones you can go and farm, okay? Not to mention, if we do hit that, 7 countries or something like that, global, you've seen in the news already. JP, I think we can see the news as well. Basically, if you go into here and we go to the celebration real quick, where are you? Go to here. It should be like way down here. It's like, yeah, here we go. So if we can hit 7 country top in the stores around the world, we'll all get 50 stones, okay? So the timing for this is from yesterday until the 4th of October. If we don't hit that, though, then we don't get the 50 stones. So if we are lucky enough, potentially we could get this as well during the time that the 3 multis and then the free one are still around, okay? And if that's the case, then that's 5 multis right there potentially for you. That's pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. So And then one last thing I want to go over real quick before I head out on this video is just some of the missions real quick, because again, there are not only daily missions, but also just some normal missions for part 1. This Bulma right here, these missions are part 1 of the missions, and then these Master Roshi ones are daily missions, okay? So first, real quick, again, Global, this is all in English for you, but again, I'm just on JP, so I'm just going to go through them real quick. Daily missions are really easy. Do the Master Roshi training stage once. Do the Mr. Hercule statue event once. Make someone stronger in training. Then, what is this one? Oh, that's make someone stronger in training. This is the Mr. Popo stage, the one that kind of got revamped, I think, randomly at one time. You know, you pop in, you fight Master Popo, or Mr. Popo, or Piccolo, or whoever shows up, and then you pick one of the routes, you collect the items on there, and you're good to go. So that's just more medals right there for you. And then these ones right here are weekend only. So the Saturday one is complete a Dokkan Fest event of any of your choosing. You'll get a Supreme Kai medal and then another Kai medal if you do it on Sunday. Pretty standard stuff that we've seen so many times before. Then we've got the special Bulma missions. Again, this is for part 1. Okay, so this one right here, number 1 is to take a Namekian category and just beat a stage, basically. Not too hard for number 1. Number 2 and number 3. These are to buy stuff from the Baba shop, but not in the Baba shop that uses the Baba points. You know, you take like an old SR or an SSR that you don't like, you Baba it for Baba points, and then you can buy, you know, training items and random medals and everything like that. This part, you have to go into the part of the store that has like the Incredible Gems or maybe the Battlefield medals or anything like that. Buy something from there, you know, use certain currency of wherever you want to go. I simply just took Incredible Gems that I had, bought 3 items, and boom, I had it right there. So, pretty simple stuff. I think, and don't quote me on this, I think as well, potentially using the red stone or even the purple stone maybe potentially might work. Do not quote me on that. It might not. If it doesn't, just make it easy on yourself. Use the Incredible Gems that you have and buy 3 things, whatever it happens to be, doesn't matter what it is, and you'll complete that mission right there, okay? Numbers 4 through 7 are just complete 25 story missions in total, basically. Again, you'll get this very easily through the EZA Piccolo event because you're going to be going on to stage number 3 to get all of the orbs and everything. By the way, at the end of the video, you're going to see a link to the guide step-by-step on how to get your EZA Piccolo all the way up to 100% no problem, or technically pre-EZA, but nonetheless, very simple steps right there, even if you're not having any good luck when it comes to getting the dupes, but a lot of people seem to be getting a lot, so. Numbers 8 through 11 are complete 25 stages in total on an Extreme Z battle event, okay? And this can be any number of them. You can go into like Gohan's if you want to, beat it 5 times, or, you know, beat 5 different stages. Go into Piccolo, or maybe when Piccolo's comes out if you want to, or Broly's, or Super Saiyan 3 Goku, or whatever it is. Go in there. As long as you beat a total of 25 Extreme Z events, then you can go ahead and do that, and you'll get 5 stones at the end of that. Or, if you want to, you can go ahead and wait for Piccolos, beat all the Piccolos, and get this no problem. So, it depends on how fast you want those extra 5 stones, I guess. Numbers 12 through 16 are very simple. 25 act or slash stamina in total, and then you'll get a bunch of stuff right there. Complete all the missions, you get 10 stones, okay? Remember, this is for part 1, so all these are lasting again until it is not stating. I thought it was. I'm guessing until the end of the celebration, basically. Yeah, basically to the end of the celebration. Ah, here we go, to the 4th. Okay, so to the 4th is when all these missions will be around. We'll probably get a part 2 of missions again around mid of September, but that's what it is. So, anyway, guys, so lots of stones to grab. Save your stones. Do not go for that trap banner of a ticket, stone banner, whatever you want to call it. Use your tickets, obviously. Do not waste your stones on it. I don't care how lucky you might get. Just don't do it, okay? You're better off just waiting for the Goku and the Frieza banners to come, you know, when they come around on Saturday. They'll be around for 10 days with the whole 3 multis and a free multi. If you happen to miss that because you have absolutely no choice, you're gone, or whatever the case may be, and you're seeing this later, those banners are around until the end of September, okay? You've got a while until those banners go away, okay? Personally, I say those banners over the LR banner. Again, we don't know what's on the LR banner, but just in my personal, you know, in terms of a lot of people's experiences and the rates and the chances and the probability of you pulling certain cards, you're going to have better luck over on Goku and Frieza's banners than the LR banner and that atrocious 250 million stone banner. So, again, it's up to you in the end. I'm just trying to help you guys because, you know, that's what I'm doing. That's my job for this and everything. So, anyway, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments as always. Leave a like if you liked the video. Subscribe if you happen to be new. Let me know. I've been asking this a long time, but what are you going for? Goku, Frieza, LR banner. Let me know right now. Or, in fact, actually, no, let's change that. Let's change that. Forget the LR banner. If you are not worrying about the LR banner right now, and you're strictly going for the Goku and Frieza banners, which one are you going for? And out of those 140 stones, basically 150 if you include the daily login bonuses, because again, we should be able to 150 even if you had 0 stones right there, and you have not spent a single one. Which banner are you going to use your first 3 stone multis and free multi on? Let me know down in the comments below right now, okay? So anyway, guys, thanks for stopping by again, as always, and until next time, everyone, I'll see you all in the next one.